today we're in Chesterfield. So currently parked at the test centre in Chesterfield. This is the first route I've ever done in Chesterfield actually. I've got a learner who's got their test coming up here, so thought I'd come and explore some of the routes and might as well record it whilst we're at it. So I'm going to do my best to do a bit of commentary throughout the route, trying to explain some of the more difficult things, but this is a first for me as well, so we'll have to really see how it goes. Okay, so it's about a 28-minute route, and obviously it being the first time I've done this route in Chesterfield, I'm not quite sure exactly where examiners will be pulling you up on the left hand side or doing any parking or any manoeuvres and things like that. So maybe as we drive along we'll see some places that are good places to do those things. So here we go. So the test centre at Chesterfield is a one-way. You come in here at the top and you exit down here. So always nice and steady in the test centre. Just use it as a chance to settle those nerves. And we're going to turn right out of these gates. We'll make sure we have a good look. Right, left, right. The angle means I've got to lean forward a little bit for the left. But off we go. And at the end of the road, we're going to be turning left. So centre left mirror check and left signal. And remember to follow the shape of the curb around to the left hand side. Looking right, looking left, looking right. Waiting for that gap, good gap to go in. And off we go. Slight hill, so leave it in that lower gear slightly longer. And we've got a mini roundabout straight away. We're going ahead, so no need to signal as we approach or when we come off. We don't need to signal as we leave a mini roundabout. Getting right in the middle of that lane, not going in the cycle lane unless we have to. Do have to, we have to make sure it's safe before we do it. Centre right mirror check as I come out around the parked cars. And a centre left mirror check as I come back in. I'm going to see if we can do these traffic lights without having to come to a complete stop. So I've slowed right down, dropping it now into the appropriate gear, which in this case is second, mirrors, and speed up. Got a roundabout coming up, and we're going to go left, first exit. This sign makes it look like it's quite a small road. Leaving a good distance to the car in front, giving way to the right, and off we go. And again, it's another hill for us, so just getting on that gas and staying on the gas a little bit longer before we change gear. So from here I'm taking the second left up Highfield Lane. There's the first left. Checking my mirrors all the time, especially if there's a parked car to deal with. And it's actually a mini roundabout. So centre left mirror check, left signal. Because I'm going left, we are going to signal on the approach to the roundabout. There's Highfield Lane now, and it's another hill for us to accelerate up. So keep it in second gear, touch longer, and up into third gear. That's certainly how I have to deal with it in this car, which is quite a small engined car. Control. Plenty of time to check my mirrors and out around them. So I'm just going to take it nice and steady up here. Currently doing about 15 miles an hour. Centre left mirror check. Back in around the parked cars. Just make sure that this car's well out of the way. I'm going to hang back and just let them through. Otherwise we've got a bit of a slalom going on. It's going to make that gap tight for me, isn't it? So centre right mirror and out we go. Centre left and back in. At the end of the road I'm going to turn left. So centre left mirror and left signal. Slow down, just make sure it's safe to come out around this van. And point it back towards the left hand side and make the turn nice and easy. There's nothing coming, so off we go. Now we've got the speed bumps on this road, so I'm just going to keep it at a relatively steady speed between the speed bumps. I always aim for about 15 miles an hour between speed bumps and 4 speed bumps. Keep my eye on the delivery chap, make sure he's seen us. And we're taking this right, so centre right mirror check and right signal. It's on a slight bend, so I'm going to make sure I do some of this left turn, so make sure it's completely safe before I commit. And at the end of the road we're going to turn right. And obviously on these residential roads there's plenty of opportunity for the examiner to pull you up on the left hand side of the road. So I'm just going to wait for this van because he seems to be going a little bit quick actually for my liking. So I was just letting him get up the hill, and now there's a car also coming from my left who is going quite slowly. Okay, double check again, and off we go. Well, there's no road markings here, but we can stay on our side of the road. Centre right mirror check and right signal for another right turn, Rhodes Avenue this one. Stay on our side of the road until it's definitely clear for us to go. In we go. My right of way with the cars parked on the other side of the road. These roads are okay, to be honest with you. Some tighter turns if you're following the sat nav around here. Gotta make sure you're keeping up with it. Centre right mirror check and out we go. And at the end of the road I'm turning right. No give way sign, but it's pretty obvious it's the end of the road, isn't it, with those houses opposite us. Can't see, so I'm slowing right down, doing the old creep and peep, and actually really couldn't see because of the parked cars. Centre right mirror check, there we go. I'm going to follow the road to the left hand side. It's not a turn, so no signals necessary, it's just a bend in the road. Centre right mirror check and off we go. And again, always checking the mirrors, and this is going to be an ahead at the crossroads, so it's slightly staggered, so I'm just going to come to the left hand side so I can basically aim to go straight on. There's nothing coming from the right, left, right, nothing coming. Over I go. No signals because that could have been misleading. So over the crossroads I go. Centre right mirror check, out around the parked car, and again some opportunities here for pulling up on the left hand side. Just making sure I keep my speed under control as I come down the hill. Centre right mirror check, out we go. Coming back in with the mirrors, and then mirrors and signal. Again, there's a lot of having to come down to first gear on these roads to make sure we've had a good look. Don't get much of a chance to see what's coming early. Just this parked car's on my side of the road. Don't really fancy arguing with that van. Yeah, you're welcome. Centre right mirror check, and out we go. that left turn just after the parked car there's a good example as to why we don't really signal around parked cars out back in again, because it can be misleading if you've got other roads coming off the one you're on. Mirrors are out. Be very careful of the pedestrian in the road. At the end of the road we're turning left, centre left mirrors, left signal. Point the car to the left as much as possible. Help me see. Nothing coming. So away we go. Trying to tell what the sat nav wants me to do here. I think he does want me to go this way. Yeah, what have we got here? Okay, another sort of crossroad situation. We're going across the road, are we? I think we are. So, looking right, left, right, over we go. Learner there, pulling up on the left-hand side. Centre right, mirror check. Out we go, keeping an eye on the cars coming towards us, and we've got a warning sign for some speed bumps. Yeah, okay, thanks for waiting. Through we go. Mini roundabout ahead, second exit, so no signals, nothing coming from the right. Off we go. Over the speed bumps, and we're going to follow this road around to the right hand side. Around we go. Get back up towards that 30 mph speed limit. Lights are on red ahead of us, so I'm not going to continue to accelerate towards them. Not a lot of point in that. Now they're changing. Going right, so it's mirrors and right signal. Nothing coming from ahead of me. Still nothing coming from ahead of me. I can go. Towards that 30 mph speed limit. Couple of words written on the road there. Slow was written on the road a couple of times. That's probably because we've got this bend and then the roundabout immediately after it, so just encouraging you just to check your speed really. This isn't super clear what we're doing. I think we're going for the B6052, so that's this lane. That's what's written on the roundabout. Looking to our right, waiting for a good gap, but I keep checking back ahead to make sure where I want to go is clear, so when I get that gap I know that I can go in it. B6052 is the next exit, the mirrors and signal, and off we go. Signposted Old Whittington. Halfway through the route now, roughly. Turn with a bit of traffic waiting on the hill there. Turn into this right hand lane. Taking left at the end of the road. Mirrors, signal. Pretty nasty little turn this one. On a hill, quite narrow, so looking right, can't see around this hedge on the left. Off I go, keeping it as much to the left hand side of the road as possible. Just going to be first gear up the hill and then a right turn at the end of the road. Stopping there, handbrake on, proper hill start for us now, because I can just about now see right and left. So plenty of gas as we release the handbrake. And off we go. As I said at the start, Chesterfield's not somewhere I know as well as I know some other areas. Derby, Nottingham, Chilwell, Burton. But I have done a bit of driving around here recently with my learner who has their test coming up, and there are quite a few of those sort of little hill starts at the end of the smaller roads that can be a bit tricky. Make sure if you are doing your test in Chesterfield, you're really good at those hill starts. No rolling backwards. Okay, have we got these speed bumps again, or all speed bumps? So we're just keeping that speed nice and low over the speed bumps, and also between them. You don't want to be speeding up too much and slowing down, speeding up and slowing down. Just try and keep the car at a relatively steady speed. So we're turning right at the end of the road, and again I can't see very clearly, so we've got to really make sure we're peeping out, checking it's safe to go before we set off. And now it's the next road on the left. Loads of opportunity here for pulling up on the left, possibly a parallel park. There's some bus stops, so it might just be a school bus stop. But anyway, I'm going to keep my eye open for buses, be prepared for them. Next one on the left, so centre left mirrors and left signal. Down to second gear, off the clutch before the turn, keeping it on the left hand side of the road. Big hill, possibly with a left turn at the end of it as well. Now this taxi, the doors just closed, so there they go. I'm expecting them to move away. The signals come on. I'm going to let them go in front of me. Centre left mirror and left signal. So with this taxi, it was just a case of having a bit of awareness of what was going on around me. I saw the person get in the back, saw the door close, and you're thinking it's a taxi, they're going to be setting off, aren't they, anytime soon. So I was just ready for it. That's all we can really do. Another hill start, got the handbrake on, at the bike point, ready to go. Don't want to be rolling backwards. I mean, right now there's literally a lady with a pram passing behind me. Really don't want to be rolling back. Speed 20 if the lights are flashing. They're not flashing at the moment. And we're turning right just before the pub, Bull's Head. Okay. Car's pulling out, centre right, right signal. Making sure it's safe before I commit to the turn. Off we go. has some decent views. All these hills, you see. Centre right mirror check. Just dropping it down a gear so I can slow down. I'm going to tuck in for this lorry. Cars are on my side of the road. They're coming up the hill. We'll wait. Mirrors. Off we go. We'll tuck in again. And keep it in second this time on the downhill. I'll be okay in second. There's an out. Keeping it out. At the end of the road I'm turning right. Make sure we don't miss these speed limit changes when they are placed at a junction like this. So the new speed limit was 40 miles an hour. See on the map that we have a dual carriageway section coming up. So all of that driving around the residential areas we're going to finish off 5 minutes of this journey left. We're going to finish off by the looks of it as dual carriageway work. So left at the end of the road here. Mirrors and signal. Position the car pointing to the left hand side, follow the shape of the curb to the roundabout where we're going to turn left first exit for the A61. Keeping in this lane, making sure we're signalling to cross these white lines. Keeping to the left hand side, especially if you're in a low power car. Get your foot down in those lower gears to build your speed up, uphill, small engine. Probably hear the noise now from the car. Centre right mirror check, right signal, right shoulder check, cross that line. Get up to speed. Roundabout, third exit. So on this sign it says Brimington. It's still going to be the A61 and that's what it says on the road. With the head arrow, ahead, third exit. Trying to keep that safe distance to the car in front, so we can keep moving. Can we do it without completely coming to a stop? I'm already starting to look right to try and get a bit of an idea about where people are coming from, where's most of the traffic coming from, and what I can see. And a van to my right, it's hard for me to see, but it is clear, so off I go. Third exit, staying in lane, and we'll check the centre left mirror, left signal, staying in the lane. next roundabout, I'm going to be turning right. So I'm already thinking about the safest time for me to change lanes. You can now see signage for the roundabout ahead. I'm looking in my mirrors. There's nothing really coming down the right-hand lane at the moment. I don't want to leave it too late, so I'm going to go now. So centre right mirror check, right signal, right shoulder, over I go into the lane. The roundabout we're turning right, third exit I think. Centre right mirrors, right signal. There's a big Tesco extra on this roundabout, so it's quite easy to remember where you are. Actually, I think it might be like the fifth exit potentially here, but it's right anyway, it's the last one. My turn soon. There we are. Off we go. Fifth exit. So there's two of the exits. There's the third exit. I'm going to go around one more. So I'm going to cross this line into the outside lane here. So that could be tricky. You could easily get carried away with the markings of the roundabout heading straight on there. And I was signalling right, so everyone knew where I was going. So actually we were following signs for the town centre. I think that was what was written on the road. Yeah, town centre. And now it's a bit of a home stretch now, back to the test centre. So we keep it tucked in the left-hand lane here. A set of traffic lights where if you're in the right-hand lane, you can only turn right, so try and make sure you're in the left-hand lane as you come up here, otherwise you go into KFC. Maybe you like KFC, but not on your test. Centre left signal to cross the line into this lane. I'm going to leave my signal on, it could be helpful to someone, even though this lane goes left only. Nothing coming, so off I go. Crossings, you've got to be prepared for them and the lights to change. It's first gear and be prepared to go. Everyone's off the crossing, so if the lights change, we can crack on. So this is Sheffield Road. The test centre road is going to be turning off this road to the right hand side in a minute. See that church up ahead? It turns not far after that, so on the few drives I have done around Chesterfield, I'm remembering that church and thinking, oh, I'm nearly back now at the test centre. We've got a mini roundabout outside the church where we're going to go ahead. This sat-nav's not picking that up, but there it is. So we're looking, nothing coming to our right that's going to affect us. Off we go. And now after this builder's merchant, it's the next right. So mirrors, signal, start to get across into the waiting area. There's nothing coming ahead of me that's going to affect me. So turning into the road without cutting the corner. Hopefully at this point you're thinking, I've done it. I've been successful. So that's the first route in Chesterfield. Turn back into the test centre there and you're all done.